Hey, Mike Callahan here. Had a question submitted around creating automations in your service business, whether it's lawn care, home cleaning, pest control, doesn't matter. The question was around how do we go out and create tags, and what is the best practice to actually go out and create tags to create an automated system. And there's a two-part approach that really needs to be taken, in my opinion. So after working with probably 400 or 500 different businesses, as well as my business that we automated completely, there definitely is a best practice and a wrong practice of tags. So I'm going to pull out the screen here and actually break it down for you. But it's pretty interesting that a lot of times when people get into automations that they don't understand the naming convention and the methodology for creating tags in a successful, fully automated service business. So I'm going to take the screen here and pop this up and show you what I'm talking about here. So the first thing is automation tagging system. So SimpleGrowth uses a naming convention here. And the first thing we're going to look at is a category. So that's on the top of the screen here. We're looking at 5 different categories. So there's status, history, profile, to-do or to-dos, and system tags. So a status tag for easy sorting and searching in the system. So they are all grouped together. So all our statuses are O1.status. History is 02.stat history. Profiles 03, to-dos are 04, and systems are 05. So that's the way they're going to group together and sort nicely for you in the list of tags that you have. So a status is where somebody is at in your actual campaigns. I'm going to break down some examples of this, but this could be a new lead needs a estimate. That could be their status. History is just going to basically be where they've been in the automation. So we're going to just continually add those history tags. That's going to be our audit trail where they've been. Where a status tag, we are going to go in and either take them on and take them off as they go. So status could be a new lead needs an estimate. And then once they get an estimate, new lead has an estimate that needs to be closed. So the status continually updates. So we subtract and add statuses as we move through the campaign. History gives us an audit trail. We don't remove those. We just continue to add those on. Profile is going to keep track of the data not stored in a custom field. So if you have custom fields in a process or a platform like Service Autopilot, your profile tags probably are going to be not really prevalent. But if it's something you're not storing in a custom field, the profile is going to tell you something about the profile of the customer. The fourth one is a to-do. So these are all the things that a person in your office would have to do, or a field manager. So we're going to track the different to-dos and sort them down with an 04 to-do tag. And now the 05 system basically tells your automation what to do, or Service Autopilot if you're using it. But an easy analogy for this is the system tags will basically tell the automations when to start and stop and actually do something. So these are the categories. And then I'm going to suggest breaking out 5 different types of campaigns that you're building. So they are going to be 10.marketing, 20.sales, 30.fulfillment, 40.finance, and 50.internal. I like to say /HR. So some examples is that our marketing campaign could be 10.marketing upsell, aeration and oversee, or 10.marketing deep clean upsell for a cleaning industry. 20.sales is an actual sales process. So that would be like our 20 days to close. Fulfillment is something has actually been sold. So 30.fulfillment, a certain job needs to be done. 40.finance would be something around overdue invoices or some financial transactions. So a lot of our overdue invoices have the naming convention that start with 40. Overdue invoices. And then the last one is 50.internal HR. So when you go in to start automating your employees, we would use the 50.internal campaign name. So what happens now is you've got all your campaigns, and all your marketing campaigns now are grouped together because they're 10. All the sales are 20, 30 are fulfillment, 40 are finance, and 50 are internal HR. So this is going to give you the ability to easily search and filter through each campaign name, and then a category of where they're at in the automation. So these are the basics that we've learned in my business in the last 8 or 9 years. And like I said, automating well over 300 companies now in lawn care and home cleaning and pest control. So an example, if you want to go out and build your own automations, is how would you actually use the naming convention and put this into best practice? So I'm going to see if I can bump the screen out here. But what we're doing is we're taking our status. So that is going to be where someone is at in your campaign. So O1 status, and we're going to start with that. And so that's the category. And then space hyphen space or space dash space, 20 dot. So it's a sales campaign, sales estimate to close. So we need to close that sales estimate. We're following up on it. And O1 is going to be the status now of where the person is, that lead or client. New prospect needs first follow-up phone call. So now we can go in and filter down to the status, the campaign, whether it's marketing, sales, fulfillment, finance, or internal, and then we can see where the person is actually at in the campaign itself. So this is really important, in my opinion, to really dial this in, because it gives you the control to go in and check your automations. If certain people are in certain areas of your automation and you want to add or subtract something into it, or if there's ever an update on your automation platform where you need to pull people out and insert them back into an area, this will allow you that granularity to see exactly the category, the campaign name, and then the tag detail of where they're at in the actual automation itself. So this is a methodology that we use at SimpleGrowth here. So we want to break down our categories. Feel free to borrow these. Categories are going to be broken into 5 naming conventions for 01, 02, 03, 04, 05. That's important for sorting. And then our campaigns, naming conventions be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Any more than these 5 categories and 5 campaign naming conventions will get really wonky quick. So I recommend no more than 5 categories and 5 campaign types. And everything we've seen in the last 8 or 9 years falls really nicely within these. So investing well over $150,000 in figuring out how to do this and make it successful. We wanted to lift the hood up a little bit and share this with you for a roadmap to category and campaign naming success in your tagging system, in whatever you're using to automate your business. So comments, questions, drop them below here, but I thought it was important to answer the question that was submitted regarding automations and tagging, and what was the purpose and how would you tackle it. So Callahan's Corner, you ask the questions, we answer them live right here on Facebook.